Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just another chat. Talk about what's been going on, what's coming up. Unfortunately, what's been going on, short story, absolutely nothing. So, thanks to Cyclone Alfred and all the rain it produced, the expo that was supposed to be on the 9th, just gone, had to get cancelled, so that's a bit of a shame, but obviously the best decision. It turned out that with all that water around, a lot of people probably wouldn't have showed up with their expensive show cars, so in turn also people wouldn't have been able to rock up for that and spectate it. So it's been moved to the 27th of April, and unfortunately for me, I have prior arrangements on that day, on that weekend. So I have a private event that I'm filming for a car club on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday I have lakeside off-street no prep and drags. So yeah, unfortunately we're not going to make that event. Huge shout out to Chris as always. The way he handled this situation just goes to show, like, the nous of the fella. Like, you know, he didn't want to cancel it, he tried all he could, but obviously the weather prevailed, and he's worked super hard and diligently to organise another date really quickly. So, you know, I don't think people really understand how much prep and effort and organisation goes into an event like this, especially how much he's kicked it up with the size of the event and the entertainment that's going to be there. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be there. Wish him all the best. I might get there in the afternoon just for a look after the no prep. I'm not too sure what time that goes to, so hopefully I'll get there for a look and yeah, show my support that way. So obviously with that weather, there's just been really nothing on. Yeah, it's been an absolute mess down around the Gold Coast. Obviously I'm from up north, so cyclones are nothing new to us, but I don't think people really understand the water that they hold, and when they turn into an ex-tropical cyclone or a depression or whatever they want to call it, they just dump copious amounts of water over a really huge area, and it just does it constantly for days, you know, like anywhere from 300 mil to a metre of water in some areas over the space of, you know, a 24 to 72 hour period. Anyway, let's not focus on the weather. Unfortunately, when it comes to cars and events and all that, the weather is probably our number one nemesis, but so be it. I'm actually I'm away from the Gold Coast at the moment, so trying to find some stuff to get some content at the moment. So I'm probably going to go to, it's Thursday, I'll get this out today, so this is shot and put up straight away. I think there's like a street meet, like test and tune type thing at Benaraby tomorrow night. So once again, weather allowing, I'm going to go to that. I've been meaning to get up to Benaraby for ages. It's actually the first drag strip I ever raced at back when I was about 18 or 19. I had a HZ panel van. I'll actually throw a funny photo before and after, or a me back then to a me now picture I did a little while ago. But yeah, I had a HZ Pano that had a 304 black motor in it, still carby fed, a little freshened up thing. Had a Super 5-speed at the time, I think. I can't remember if I raced it with the 5-speed or if I had the auto. I probably had the auto in it, to be honest, by then. I had a Turbo 400 in it. Absolutely love that car. Probably my biggest regret of getting rid of, but in saying that, I wouldn't have it now. If we're to be honest, I wouldn't have it. But as a 78 model HZ, I'm a 78 model. I really want another 78 HZ panel van. Obviously the prices are through the roof these days, so Not sure if it'll ever happen, but it's definitely on the want list. Yeah, so we're going to do that. I have road trip coming up in just under a month, so 11th, 12th, 13th of April. So starting at Lakeside, going to Warwick, and then to Willowbank. This will be the first one I've actually entering my car in. I've been to quite a few drag and drives, spectating and you know, passengering. Absolute, you know, some of the funnest events you can get to. They're so good. So obviously I'll be filming there. I've been welcomed on board by Mick Apps and his team for the road trips this year, and also to do the Lakeside off-street drags, which we've also got at the end of the month here, so the 30th. I'll be taking the H out to that. Obviously the H will be at the road trip. I'll be driving, filming, you know, just trying to encapsulate everything the event's got to offer. And yeah, so we're also hopefully going to have some drone footage with that. Mick's purchased a drone for me to have a bit of a play around with, so hopefully we'll get some really cool footage with that and see how it all pans out. Really looking forward to getting back to Lakeside for an off-street drag event. If you haven't been to Lakeside, check it out. You know, it's an iconic little place, and yeah, it's great. It's great just to go and spectate. It's really good for the family. The kids can run amok. There's plenty of grassed areas. It's just a really, really good spot. So really good that Mick's taken that back over, and it can become a really great event again. So that's on the 30th of April, the 30th of this month on March, and then there's another one on the 27th of April next month. So yeah, got plenty coming on. Things have been a little bit quiet this month, unfortunately. So yeah, obviously I didn't bring any merch out with me. It's sitting in the car. It's actually, I can insert a picture here of the shirts, and obviously I've got a heap of stickers, guys. Hit me up on my social media, or put a comment down the bottom here if you are interested. Like, this is going to help me. If I can get the merch selling, this is going to help me get to more events. Obviously you make a little bit of money out of viewership on content, but when you're not getting the content because of weather and so on and so forth, then you don't get any money. So the support of the people that have purchased the shirts already, I did a pre-order and got a really good lot of interest in that from a heap of friends and supporters and viewers. But obviously, and I'd bought a heap of shirts to take to the expo and hopefully make some money out of that. But obviously, with not being able to go to the expo, put two and two together, I got a heap of shirts that I need to sell. So if you'd like to help support, they're $50 each. Size range from small to 5XL. For instance, like, I'm a big dude. I'm 150 kilos. I'm 6'3", and I take a 3XL in the AS color, which is what shirts they are. Maybe I could go up to a 4XL, but I'm trying to think positive and going to lose a little bit of weight. So $10 postage anywhere in Australia. There's a heap of stickers there. There's pricing on it, but look, to be honest, I want to get my name out there, so I've been throwing a heap extra in. If someone wants to buy a $25 pack or something, they're going to end up with, you know, probably 10 or 15 stickers all up. So helps me get my name out there and just helps me cover the costs of outlaying for stickers. I will have this merch for sale with me at any event I go to, so if you don't want to purchase it and pay for postage and all that sort of stuff online, then hit me up. If you see I'm going to be somewhere, hit me up. Double check that I am bringing a size that suits you, and obviously I'm going to replenish sizes as they go, and I really want to find somewhere who'll do kid sizes, because there's nothing better than seeing a heap of happy kids rocking around in your brand. I think that's pretty much it. I do have some work I want to get done to the H prior to these events. Now, that will obviously be dictated whether I can get it into the shop in time. So after going to Power Cruise, which I had a good time, I've come to the conclusion that I have to take that big turbo off my car. It's just, with that and the combination of the really tight converter, it's I just have to beat on it too much to really not go fast. So I'm using rolling anti-lag way too much to try and bring it up on boost, and then it's still falling over a little bit because the converter's too tight before the turbo's actually in an efficient boost range. And we're only using 9 psi on that turbo, which really it's nowhere near in its efficiency. The 5.7 is just too small for it. It'd be fine if I was just using it for drag racing and I wanted to bring it on with nitrous and just keep it up in that high RPM range in that boost amount, but I'm not. It's a street car. I want to have a good all-round fun car that's enjoyable and usable. So the boys at High Torque have a 42 sitting there, a Garrett GT42, which I've had on previous setups, and they're a great little turbo. So for the HP range that I'm after, sort of that 650 max horsepower I'm kind of chasing, the 42 will be perfect. So probably take 14-15 pound and be way more in its efficiency range of that turbo. Everything else other than possibly changing the converter will suit that setup way more. So if I need to change the converter, I do have because the car has gone backwards in performance, it's actually overperforming in everywhere else. So I have a billet bolt together PTC converter. So if it's still too tight, which it probably will be, let's be honest, I can pull that out and get a new stator for it. So that's where we're at with that. I still have I've got a few little oil issues. I got a couple of cooling issues to work out. Want to put a second trans cooler on it to bring the temp down. I also plan on, so I think it's July, I have 2 Dragon drives in 2 weekends, one in Brisbane and one in Mackay. So the one in Mackay at Palmyra is the round 2 of the Road Trip Drag Challenge. So obviously I'll be up there filming that as well, and I plan on driving the H from here up to Mackay, towing a trailer, enjoying the weekend, having a ball, and driving the car back. So that's going to be a solid drive for the H. But that's what I want to do in it. I want to be able to get in that thing, even back when it had 1230 horsepower, because I'd been booted from Willowbank a couple of times for running a bit too fast. I actually wanted to drive the thing to Sydney, run an 8 back then when it was faster. I still hadn't got my 8. The best it's ever done is 9.0 at 135 getting out of it. So that was always sort of on my wish list. I want to drive the thing everywhere. So me and another mate of mine, the guy I went to the Bend with, Mitch, he's got the Falcon wagon with the LS in it, looking at probably turboing that as well. Like, he's quite happy to drive that thing to Adelaide and race it at the Bend as well. So that's what we want to do when the money comes in. These are the adventures we're going to go on, and hopefully we can bring you along with us. So obviously that's a costly exercise with even just with fuel. I am planning on putting mine on an E10 fuel just for cruising, just so it's cheap. Like, I don't misbehave when I'm driving 1,000 kilometers to go to an event. I'm just cruising, so E10 will be fine, and then we can throw the E85 in it and have fun. So yeah, if you can support the channel, guys, like, buy some merch, and it really goes a long way. So the more I can get out of it, the more I can put into it, vice versa. So if you want to help us out, if you like what you see, and even if obviously we're not all in the financial boat where we can buy merch and throw money at things, and that's fine as well. If you like a video, guys, if you really like it, you appreciate what I do, share it to your social media or share it to your mates. If you've got a message thread going on with your your mates, share it on there so they can see it, and you know, possibly they'll like it, they'll subscribe, and they'll view a few other videos. That's a massive help as well. Like, getting your name out there and growing the channel is you know, is half the battle. Anyway guys, I always think these videos are going to go for like 7 to 10 minutes, and they always go for 20 minutes. So thanks again. Yeah, I really appreciate the support, and you know, trying to get as much content as we can going forward. And yeah, get your cars out and enjoy them. I'm gonna enjoy Agnes Waters and Town in 1770 for the afternoon, for the day, and yeah, head up to Benaraby tomorrow night and capture that. Also heading, yeah, Sunshine Coast Saturday. Anyway, have a good one guys, buy some merch. Thanks, I'll see you then.